Right, so as promised, I'm going to go through some pieces of equipment. So to start with, let me move that up there. So to start with, we're going to talk about the harness. Now, harnesses I really like for if your dog is in front of you. So if you're practicing things like recall, or you just want your dog to have a run around in a field where you've got them on a long line, maybe doing man trailing or scent training, anything where your dog is in front of you, they're really, really good for. I also don't mind them being on little puppies as well as a start off. The harnesses that I tend to recommend are the ones with like a T-shape. So the dog's neck would go through here, or the head. That would go between the front of the dog's legs, underneath them, and then it fastens up around the waist. These are the best harnesses if you can get something like this. Especially this one has got a little handle on. It's also got a clip on the top of the back and a clip on the front of the chest. So it's got quite a few options on there. You can also adjust the size of the harness in many different places. You can also get harnesses where they've just got one strap at the front of the chest. So the front of the chest of the front legs. I can't even speak. But yeah, so one strap at the front of the dog, around the front legs, along the chest. I don't recommend these because I tend to think that most of them are incorrectly fitted, and it restricts the movement of your dog's legs, so of the shoulders, so they can like really shorten up. So if you have one of these, take a video of your dog without it on, and then take a video with it on, and you will see a difference. You'll also get a no pull harness, so instead of these bits being fabric, it is a rope, and every time you pull or the dog pulls, it tightens up. I don't like these simply because I would think it would cause a little bit of discomfort, and not only that, I don't think you can communicate with your dog at all with one of these. I don't think, yeah, I have tried them, I have used them, but I've never been successful in trying to communicate with the dog very well with them. So yeah, so I don't recommend them, and they cause a bit of pain. It's like somebody having a belt around your stomach, isn't it, and pulling it quite tight. I don't like them. The other one is a Halti. So a lot of people use a Haltis. I tend not to recommend these. The only time I'd recommend them is if for any reason you really, really have to use it. So whether you find your dog too strong and this makes you feel safe walking them, then I'm absolutely for it. But as a trainer and as a rule, I will never go to one of these to recommend. I find a lot of dogs don't like them. They're always pawing them off. And also a lot of people can get quite rough with them. So if your dog is still pulling, they will rev at them really hard, and then the whole head flips around, the whole body flips around. And I could imagine you could do quite a lot of damage with one of these. They also can create a lot of sores on your dog's face. So like I say, I don't recommend them, but every dog and owner is different. So if you use one of these to make your life easier, I'm all for it. The next one is obviously just a normal flat collar. Again, these are really good for puppies. So you want them quite tight. You get different options with a clip. A clip is, it's a hard one, this one. A clip one is quick release. So if your dog was ever in a situation where they needed to get out of really quick, you know, maybe they've got themselves caught up on a fence and they've started twisting themselves and the collar's getting tighter, you can easily unclip it. But a buckle one, you can't. So obviously you have to tighten it up a little bit in order for it to release. So yeah, so it's your personal choice with them. But yeah, your flat collars are generally pretty good. I've got a half check chain. Now, don't be fooled by what people tell you with these. So you can get them in different styles. So this one is obviously got a chain on. You can also get them where it's the same type of fabric. So instead of it being chain, it'll be this fabric instead. You'll see a lot of trainers use these who do not like these or do not like them. However, they do exactly the same job. they tighten up ever so slightly to give you that pressure release and pressure off. So don't be fooled by what people are telling you. These are good. The chain is good because it snaps back quickly, where with the fabric it might not snap back as quick, but they are really good. Same with the slip lead or slip collar. Slip collars I generally like because they are a bit thinner than one of these, so it gives you a little bit more communication with your dog. And also I don't have to buy loads and loads of these because obviously every dog is different size and shape, so I'd have to buy lots of these, or I could just use one of these. My slip collars, I like having 2 toggles on, so it stops it from getting too tight. So I'll put that toggle on so there's a nice so it's, you know, it's tight so they can't get it off the head. I don't want it too tight because I don't want them to feel like loads and loads of pressure on the neck, because I don't like that. So as long as it's nice and sort of snug so it can't come off the dog's head, and then the second toggle obviously gives that release. So it's just like pressure on, pressure off. You can communicate with your dog really, really well with these. These have a high success rate. But again, it's similar to these. As long as they're fitted correctly, you can get these with a buckle as well. But as long as you correctly fit them and train them with the right exercises, they do exactly the same job. Other things such as your prong collars, I don't like them. I won't use them. Again, I've tried them because as a trainer, I believe you should try things to know whether to make your mind up or not about something. It's clear. But yeah, prong collars can give a lot of fallouts with things. Dogs like him, who's really sensitive, would not. It would not work for. I have used one on a dog because what are you doing? You can't sit on my knee. You're gonna try them, aren't you? Oh, go on then. God, what are you doing? He still thinks he's a little lap dog, don't you? Go on then. Off. You can't go off. Oh, now you're stuck. Right. So yeah, so I have tried a prong collar before, only because the client had been to a dog trainer who used prong collars, and that's what they wanted to stick with because they thought they were seeing results with it. I was willing and open to use it and try it, because as a trainer I do believe you should be open to using things. Instead of reading about stuff, you need to try it for your own sake, so you know how it works and how it operates. But I didn't like them, so I would never recommend them and I would never use them. So yeah, so I think that's all the bits of equipment that I would use. So yeah, so collars like this I really like. You can communicate with your dog really, really well. Bear in mind you can get different types, your fabric ones or your chain ones, do the same job, or these. You can also get slip leads. I tend not to like slip leads unless your dog is on and off lead all the time, because it's just easy to, you know, hook it on your dog. But your slip leads, again, tend not to have 2 toggles, so, you know, if your dog is pulling, it can get quite tight. But yeah, so me as a trainer, I always use these because any size fits all, and yeah, you can get so much more communication out of your dog. But yeah, if you've got any questions on any of that, please do just message me. Whether you agree with the things that I've said or you don't, just comment below. I'm always open to hearing what people's thoughts are. And like I say, as a trainer, I'm always open to suggestions and trying new things. So yeah, any questions, comment below, and I shall do another video very soon. Catch you all later.